what I might just get you...
that one over there, that dun coloured one.
Just walk over that way a bit.
Nice one there. Okay, so my name is Tim Schatz, and it's spelled S-C-H-A-T-Z.
And your position with the department?
Yep, I'm the Principal Pastoral Production Research Officer, and I oversee the cattle research program for the Department of Primary Industries and Fisheries.
So Tim, how did the Senepol project come about?
Okay, so we started this crossbreeding project with the Senepols in 2008, and we were trying to find ways to increase the marketing options for the northern cattle producers so that they could produce cattle that do as well as Brahmans up here but have more tender meat, and so they can either be sold in southern Australia or still be suitable for live export. And so we just saw that when we just had cattle that were only suitable for live export, that we're a bit vulnerable if anything ever went wrong with that market.
How did you make the decision to go with the Senepol bull?
Okay, so we needed to use Bos Taurus breed to improve the meat quality in the crossbreeding, but your traditional British Bos Taurus breeds don't do well up here, and quite often die due to the stresses with the ticks and the heat. And so we looked around for a tropically adapted Bos Taurus breed that would survive and do well up here. And the thing about the Senepol that really attracted us was the polledness, so it doesn't have horns, and also they had a reputation for very good meat quality.
So that was back in 2008 that you started. What happened after that?
Okay, so in 2011 we saw the live export ban, which was sort of exactly the situation we were worried might happen. And so producers up here either had to transport their cattle thousands of kilometres down to markets in southern Australia, or find something else to do with them. And so when you're sending these high-grade Brahmans to southern Australia, they're discriminated against in the market due to perceptions of poor meat quality. And so we wanted to be able to find ways for the producers up here to produce cattle but still did well in this sort of an environment. And that's why we started crossbreeding with the tropically adapted Bos Taurus, and we chose the Senepol.
What sort of results did you have when you sent... Oh, sorry. So you wanted to run a trial in a feedlot in Indonesia. What was the idea behind that?
Okay, so our research here showed us that not only did the Senepol crosses do as well as the Brahmans, but they actually did better. And so by 18 months of age, which is when they normally get sold to live export, they had about a 35 kilogram advantage over the Brahmans in terms of extra weight gain, which is great for the Northern Territory producers, but we wanted to make sure that the Indonesian market, which was still the main market for our cattle, were actually happy with the cattle that we were producing. And so we sent the Senepol crosses and Brahmans over there and compared them under their conditions in one of the feedlots in Indonesia.
So you had them in a feedlot in Indonesia, and you were running them side by side with traditional Brahman cattle?
Yeah, so we sent over the Senepol crosses and the Brahmans that had been running together all their lives, and they were in the same pen in the feedlots, fed the same diet, managed in the same way. And what we found there was that the Senepol crosses actually put on 21 kilos more over the 120 days that they were in the feedlot. And the Indonesian feedlotting company was very happy with their performance and are actually now offering a premium for these sort of cattle. And so not only do the Australian producers get the benefit of about 35 kilograms of extra weight by the time they get to sale age, the Indonesian feedlotters are getting 21 kilograms more in the feedlot. So really it's a win-win.